Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways that the narcissist tests you to see if you will be, a good supply for them, or if you would be good enough to be the primary source. All right. So there are many different kind of tests that a narcissist and other toxic people, or even non-toxic people, will put a person through to try to gauge them, to try to figure them out, to try to see what their personality is, to try to see what they can get away with. All right. So I want to talk about 3 main areas that the narcissist does test in people. Now, these, are not the only areas, of course, but, they're certainly the main general areas that they want to know right away. Okay. So the first thing on my list is they want to know if you are sure of yourself, or if you are just a people pleaser. Okay, so they want to test you for this. They want to know if you are going to flip to their script, or basically if you will change your choices to their choices. Now, when you do this, or if you do this, they won't see this as a compromise. They will see it as they can have their way with you, because we know that the narcissist wants it to be their way or the highway. They want you to be at their beck and call. So, when they're testing you for this, it might go something like this. You guys are having a discussion, or you're making a decision, and you give your answer first. And then the narcissist opposes it or objects it, or thinks it should be something else to the contrary, and they give their opinion. Now, if you jump over or change right away, or just fall or fold into what they want, you pass the test. But if you stand by your desires, if you stand by your needs and wants, if you stand by your standards on a higher level, if we want to look at this test on a higher level, then you failed the test. Because this can go in other forms. Suppose the narcissist is trying to get you to do something that goes against your religion, that goes against your moral ethics, that goes against, your foundation inside of you, something you said you would never do. But the narcissist is able to get you to do these things. All right. So they're going to test you for how sure are you of yourself, or are you just a people pleaser? Okay. The next area that the narcissist is going to test you for is to find out whether you have attachment issues or basically neediness. Now, this is going to be done with something called a switch and bait. And this would be in the form of a fake breakup. The narcissist will orchestrate a breakup with you. They will orchestrate silent treatment behavior with you. They will, do this hot and cold inconsistent thing with you. They will be withholding affection, or, like just changing their behaviors. And when they do this, they want to see your behavior, or basically your reaction or your response to this. If you act like your whole world is falling apart, if you act like you just can't go on, if you are overly interested in the situation or the person, needing to have all these questions answered when their actions have clearly spoken louder than their words, and they are the ones that should be coming back to you, answering questions and trying to mend things and bridge the gap, but yet you're the one doing this when they are the ones that left, you pass their test. And they are going to assume that you have attachment issues or neediness. All right. So the third area that the narcissist is going to be testing you in is material supply or material gains or your eagerness to be the giver in a relationship, or in this case, to be the overgiver. Okay. And this would be a person that has a hard time saying no. They want to know, will you come to the rescue? Are you Captain Save-A-Ho? Will you put them first and forsake yourself? Will you give them what you need for yourself and deplete yourself just to keep them? They also want to consider what is your social status, what is your net worth, what is your career or job title, what assets do you have, and how much of it do they have access to, or how much would you be willing to give them? Now, they may test you in this area by, just letting you know their needs and wants and seeing if you take the subliminals or if you come to the rescue, if you take note of it and bridge the gaps or, make it happen for them. Or they could literally create an emergency or situation to see if you will come through or if you will do some of it, or how much they can get out of you. All right, so this is what a narcissist will definitely be testing you guys on. They will see, as far as the material supply, will you drop what you're doing, or you were saving to get something for yourself, and they create a situation to see if you would detour that plan, if you'd be willing to, drop everything by the wayside and make it all about them and their needs, and yet again, putting yourself last. Okay. So obviously, if you have that, if you are, that overgiver, if you are forsaking yourself and you're being the sacrificial lamb, then you pass the test, of course. But if you're not revolving your world around them, if you are putting yourself first, if you're not abandoning your goals, if you are still taking care of yourself first and foremost, then of course you failed the test, guys. All right. So I just wanted to point those 3 areas out, and I'm sure those of you who have experienced narcissistic abuse could think back to these 3 areas and see where chances are you failed 3 out of 3 tests, But the good news is, you don't have to repeat that cycle in your life, and you could be better and stronger and wiser moving forward by being sure of yourself, by dealing with any attachment issues or neediness, and by having that self-love and balance in your relationships, okay? And not forsake yourself. All right, so if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Almost 500 videos here to help you understand narcissistic abuse, toxic relationships, to help you understand yourself and psychology, help you through the shadow work that you have with yourself, and so much more. Take what you can to help you on your journey. Great ways to support the channel is to always like my videos, comment, share the information. We know they don't teach you this in school, but we all need to definitely be more than book smart in this life, okay? I have a support group, guys, over on Facebook for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Just inbox me and let me know that you are a survivor. I do offer one-on-one coaching, guys. I help people through their toxic situations. I help people set goals and reach goals in their life. I help bring clarity and closure to those who are having a hard time getting that. I help give you the perspective that you may not be able to see, the angle, the confirmation. and so many other things. So I do recommend therapy to all survivors. And I do this over the phone through voice calls, FaceTime, Skypes. I do email coaching as well. And I recently added a mobile texting or cell phone texting support. Okay. I have a Patreon, guys. This is a great way to save money on my services and support my channel and cause. All right. So you can go over there and look at the different memberships and see how they can help you. And this is great for those of you who may not be able to, at this moment, afford my personal rates on the website. All right. It's a great way to get services from me at a discount. All right. With that being said, guys, also take a look at my website for the books that I've written for the No Narc Zone merchandise as well. And, feel free to hit me up in the ways that I've provided. I have email. My phone number is available as well for those who want to do a consult before they book their appointment. That is fine. All right. With all that being said, thank you for listening. I hope that this is helping you in your journey. Continue to do the work. And until next time, please take care.